It's Maven Monday. I think I'm bringing that back. I think I'm bringing Maven Mondays back. I started it and then I didn't have a place, but I want to get on here and say hello to my diehards. Thank you so much for rocking with me. If you don't know who I am, I'm Sonthia Coleman, and this is curated by Sonthia. I started off as a fashion writer, and I just kind of wanted to have a place here to share my thoughts, tell a lot of great stories. I'm a really good storyteller, and so I wanted to talk about my journey, and so Substack was a great way to do that. And then segue, I'm going to start really telling my journey, which I've already started to on YouTube. So if you don't follow me at Sonthia Coleman. I have a channel over there called The Fashion Code, just like I have one here at Substack. And you can go on there and find out what the Fashion Code is all about. If you don't know me, I am a fashion technologist. Originally started off in fashion marketing for 25 years. The what do they call it? The panini happened, retired me early, and your girl had walked into two different industries. I worked in luxury beverage. That's a lot of storytelling. And then I worked for a wellness company that went viral on TikTok, and I learned a lot of dope tech skills. I actually built a chatbot. I actually built it before AI became this buzzword. I was working with a lot of tech giants and people behind the scenes that I'm still connected with on LinkedIn. Ow. And being a female, I saw a lot of Latina women, I see a lot of Black women. And so I thought, this is a thing. And those skills I literally wrote in my cool, dope girl journal. It's a purple journal. I will share it with on YouTube. You got to go subscribe to my YouTube. I will share it in detail. But the process of working for this wellness company, they work well. And I did a lot of Air One launches. I worked with dropship companies and return companies and did a lot of supply chain management, which was my master's. I have a concentration that I never thought I would ever really use it, but I did. And so that whole journey will be documented on my YouTube channel, The Fashion Code, because it combines what I'm doing. So I just dropped my link, y'all. It's opulnes.com. If you guys have a label, a private label brand, like your own brand, and you are a established entrepreneur, you're ready to go to the next level, you have dropship manufacturing, you just want to scale your business, you have questions, you want to know about buying and sourcing and strategizing, you need schematics for visual merchandising, you've never done any of this stuff before, or you're an expert and you need to pivot. If you look at me on YouTube, that I actually did something a couple of years back where I worked with a software company for visual merchandisers. But I'm old school. And so being here from New Orleans, it's Mardi Gras season, honey. And ain't nobody worried about no clothes except to take them off. Hey, Miss Kathy. Oh my God. I just wrote you back on Instagram and I just told my dad, I was like, Miss Kathy is that girl. Okay, if you guys don't know Miss Kathy, she's right here. She is a woman after my own heart. And she is a fearless person that takes life by the horns and everything. She left this crazy city and she travels around the world and she's a nomad. And so she's always been my inspiration. I'm glad that the source and divine God has brought her into my life. And she actually just moved from here again. She came back and she sprinkled me with a little Miss Kathy joy, and then she's back. Where are you now? So I could come see you. So y'all check out, I don't know what Miss Kathy got going on, but she's savagery here, 33. Whatever she got going on, you want some, okay? So I decided to rebuild my business. I have a mentor. Shout out to my mentor, Miss Trini. She's a software engineer. I love her to death. And I've been on this journey this whole year. I've been working in education, which has been rewarding but also challenging. Oh, you're in Michigan. Okay, dope. Awesome. I'm glad you're where you want to be because you love that place. And so my mentor was like, I started working with girls who code. So I have my own fashion tech group here in New Orleans. I help girls learn how to code and do fashion tech avatar creation. However, I came to this problem where the children did not have technology. And I'm talking about high school kids. They have phones. They don't have computers. They don't have powerful devices where they can actually create and learn how to monetize and develop skills that can get them out of this hole, which is New Orleans. um, there's not a lot of workforce industry. Like when I started in fashion 25 years ago, they had Saks is closing, and all these things are happening. That it wasn't the case there. Saks just still had their merchandising program, which I wanted to apply for, which their headquarters for that was in Mississippi, believe it or not. So there's so much that has changed. And so you think about technology, this revolutionary thing that's happening, and I'm trying to train the girls and they don't have technology. So we are on our 9th meeting tomorrow. We'll make 9 meetings, me and my little crew. We call it the Fashion Tech Club. We've been doing, but our school is closing. And so here we have to pivot again. And so I decided with the help of my mentor, I could not make my dream of having an online fashion tech education without millions of dollars, right? And so working that I work in the diverse learning department, I've learned a lot about what happens with funds and what happens with kids. And so, so the school did not get their charter renewed. And now these kids have to be displaced in different communities. But what I can say for my girls, they will finish with a Girls with Code certificate for coding. They will have that, and they will have skills that can lead them into the next phase of their life. And that was kind of like my portion of it. So what happens with my business that I started? Like, I haven't had any fashion merchandising clients. So that's why I pivoted into licensed brands. So that's what I did for the 10 years. I worked with over 100 labels, brands that you guys know, Betsy Johnson, I've worked with. And this is out of New York. I've worked with the head merchandising teams. I've worked with Betsy Johnson. I mean, the list goes on and on. I've worked with Ralph Lauren, Vince Camuto, Nike, Brahmin, all of them. Private labels and also manufacturers. And so I told my mentor, I said, maybe I need to be able to restore my business, help myself so I can really help these girls. And so last week I got on the phone with a beautiful soul, Alexis K. She was a former VP of marketing at Target and the head of Trend, who made Target, shout out to Robin Waters, talked to your girl years ago and gave me so many really cool books as I was looking into fashion trend forecasting, which led me to London, which led me to my business. My mentor, Geraldine Wary, worked at WGSN. A lot of girls that I ran with back in the days on my podcast. If you guys didn't know, the Fashion Maven podcast is still on Apple Podcasts. Shout out to Angela Badu. She is now heading WGSN Trend Department. Also, she works for Who What Wear UK. Okay? Like, legit. And I realized that, I could tell these girls that I know these women, I've done these things, but I'm not really helping them if I'm not creating an ecosystem that they can actually thrive from. If I can hire my girls, if their first work permit can be with me or someone I know, and I know that I've trained them and set them up for success, it would give me even more gratitude. So I started rebuilding and I said, okay, I'm going to rename my business Opulence Consultancy. So if you see that name, that's still me. And then Opulnes is my proprietary framework that I use on my clients, and I've named that. And it's actually an homage to my grandparents, who are both, on my dad's side, is both from Opelousas. And so, meaning that I'm like a natural historian, I said, this is going to be rooted from the best. And so Opulnes was born, and my mentor okayed it. She's a tough cookie. She was like, "Son, this is gonna work." So I am taking clients. I'm doing something brand new and fresh. I am traveling with this thing. I'm going outside the borders of Louisiana, and I am opening my books again to entrepreneurs, not just corporate clients, because we have people who are their own corporations now. Hence myself, right? I want to be the corporate that I want to see. So what you're going to find at the Fashion Code, which is another channel that you should subscribe to. It's right here with me. Curated by Sonthia is going to have all of my stories. I mean, I'm going to talk about, I think I still have to do my roller set story. I'm going to do a roller set of my hair tonight. But talk about the beauty business and how I moved on from that. Like, thought I was going to do nails, thought I was going to teach fashion merchandising, had a school, like so many different levels. And Miss Kathy knows all the testament that is it's growth. And the biggest thing is that I realized in these children, I had still living to do with what I know. I thought I had to forget fashion and just do tech. So I was like, why about I put these things together? So Opulnes is Opulnes.com. You guys should check it out. It's my consulting platform. You can book a consultancy with me. I also do 15-minute complimentary calls. So if you're just unsure, if you have a product and you need to get it off the ground, or you just want to get some advice and some direction. For instance, my mentor was like, So if you think about Uber has merchandise. I love merch. I'm your girl. I love to arrange styles, design. I just love fonts and words. And so even playing around with my own concepts has become kind of a passion project for me. I'm also going to be doing a webinar. So if you guys are interested in creating just inspiration for yourself and your brand and your business, I like to use a platform called Shuffles. It's an app. So I'm gonna have to figure out some of the technology with that, but it's through Pinterest. And I'm also gonna be doing a case study with my cousin. She owns Florida Tiff. If you go follow her, Florida Tiff, she makes beautiful Black fashion illustrations. My cousin is now a pediatric dentist, but I helped her start her business. She was literally my first private label brand client years ago. She actually created my first Fashion Brand Guru logo. So she does everything on an iPad. And if you guys know me working with my fashion tech students, we're doing stuff in XR, spatial design. We're in the metaverse, we're in Meta Horizons, honey. And these girls, we're going to be able to take what we're doing and we are going to showcase this in another form, which is XR metaverse. I have my VR headset. So we're going to be doing some really dope stuff on here on our lives because I am doing a YouTube channel. So that way, every time I post something on here, it goes to YouTube, which is great. And so I got some inspiration today to say, so just get on here candidly and post. Just do it. I got my podcast studio set up, y'all. I have 2 offices in my house, so I'm ready. I'm so excited. I have just cleansed my entire home. Leo, new moon in Leo, honey. I am ready because I'm a Leo rising. So we're going to get this together. My sister and my dad are Leos. My grandmother was Leos, but I have a Leo rising. I want a little bit of sparkle. And so we're going to do the webinar. I have it scheduled for the 16th, but we're going to make sure before I pull out tickets for that. And it's going to be complimentary because as we know, as we propel through these seasons, you want to do your budget. We're going to talk about my movement with the fintech world. Shout out to my advisory board, Sequin, which now is Sequin AI. Amazing, love Verda. And they've introduced me into a whole new world, which is fintech and being a fintech mentor. Yes. And then also working with Textile Society of America. What? Your girl got a mentor for them too. So voluntary and virtually, it's going to be so sweet. And if you guys also don't know, and you see me on LinkedIn, you see that I also am I've been pretty busy, but B-Side NOLA, which is cybersecurity conference, going to be here in New Orleans. I am the communications director. So if you guys have any interest in that, let me know. You're a bad mom. I'm so proud of you. Oh, thank you. Look, I'm like, it's going to pay off, right? It's going to pay off. I'm sure of it. I feel like I've done my internship working with these kids. But my babies are so I want them to have confidence. I also, not only those are just some of the things that you'll be seeing in the Maven Mondays, and I'll do behind the dashboards. We'll just make themes and come here and groove. But mental wellness, my health, eating right. Over the years, I have developed psoriasis. I call it psoriasis, and it's on my hands. And you guys know, as being in beauty industry, nail tech vibes, it was meant for me not to go back into the beauty industry. It was meant for me to do just what I want to do now. It's type on a keyboard. Okay. So we're going to do something up in XR with the girls. We're actually part of a podcast. We were part of the national podcast campaign with Be Loud Studios here in New Orleans. So you'll see my girls featured there with their Girls Who Code shirts. So I'm committed to doing stuff for the kids, but I also realize, you have to take care of yourself first. You got to put your oxygen mask on. And that's what I'm doing and inventing Opulnes. So if you have a client, I love referrals. We did this in the beauty industry. I love referrals. So, I got you on a free complimentary 30-minute session with me. If you refer me somebody who has a brand, who has established business, I'm taking influencers as well. I know those are different kind of content creating when it comes to merch. My cousin, she's familiar with using a lot of drop ship options, which is fine. And so me working for several different manufacturers and supply chain management companies and software, I'm able to really help you. I've also worked with Oracle. I was part of their dashboard as well when I worked for the wellness company. And so I just come with a wealth of knowledge. I just want to share it with people who need it. That's it. Real simple. So, with that being said, if you guys have anything you want to see me post, talk about, I'm going to be doing more behind the dashboard with the AI agents that I've built. So if you guys are not familiar, I am part of Work Smarter with Morgan Devon. She's amazing. I'm almost finished reading her book. She came here to New Orleans. And I want to take her master class. So anybody who does my consultancy, honey, that's going to pay for my master class because she is working with Claude Code. So I work with Claude. I got Claude Code, Claude Coworker. I work with Gemini now. Thanks to my friend Mary Lee, who's a product designer. Love you. She literally jumped in. We met at a tech meetup, actually Nola Vague Black meetup, which they're gonna have one in Baton Rouge. Met up with them, and she just showed me how to prompt engineer this thing. Crazy. I'm building. What is it? You're building a chat. I'm building chat. Well, I'm building a chat box for my own website. So if you guys go to SonthiaColeman.com, I don't know if I put that in my bio, but SonthiaColeman.com is amazing. I'm so proud of it. It's basically my portfolio, but I'm building a chat bot agent 24/7, which I built for somebody else. I'm building it for me, and I want to do it live with you guys. So if you guys are interested in AI masterclasses of what I'm learning from other amazing leaders like Allie with AI on LinkedIn. She's dope. I also love SQL. I taught myself SQL and Python that's another case story. When I was, I wrote the story actually on the Fashion Code on LinkedIn about how I got into tech officially. I was considered for a data science job with Under Armour through the lady who coined fashion tech herself. So if I ain't destined to do this, I don't know what else. But I did tag her in the story to say thank you. And I really do appreciate, the little nudges that you get online, people who like your story, people really rooting for you. When you look back in your DMs on LinkedIn, you like 2014, honey, she answered me, or she looked at it, or she referred me. That goes a long way. So it's like digital integrity. And that's what I want to teach my girls. And that's what I'm going to bring here. So I'm just going to be very real and candid. I think creating a safe space for you to create is important because I don't think I actually really had that. I was just kind of creating it for everybody else, and I didn't have it for me. And I want to the goal is to create a mobile virtual studio for girls and train them on how to code, on how to prompt engineer. And so I was speaking to the former VP of Target, Alexis, and she asked me, Sonthia, what do the girls need? And so I built another website that I love. It's called Learn with Lourdes. And it is beautiful. And shout out to Mia Technology. It's a great community. Mia on Circle, Mia AI. It's free community, MAI, Mia Circle. They're amazing. Her name is Alex, ALIX. She owns Invent, which is a software company that hosts chatbots and other like AI prompting software tools. And I did this at school. She literally broke this down to me. And I was like, I did this, but it was way harder. So I am adamant about taking the two websites that I've built on VO. So you go to VO.com, amazing website, and you can use Invent, her software, and you can build AI agents. So I think I'll do that for the second master class. Now that will be a paid one, but I will do like these little impromptus for free for sure. So if you guys are interested in that, share with your friends, share my content. It helps because I'm going to be really a solo creator, y'all, because when school is up, it's up. So appreciate y'all. Go to Opulnes.com, link in bio, all the links. Go check out my dope websites. I'm so proud of them. I pay people for websites. I took years, months, thousands of dollars, didn't make a dime. And I did this for me and it feels so good. So go do that. What else I want to say? Anything else after coming up? No, there's a couple of local. If you're in the city, if you're in New Orleans, I am part of the leadership board for NOLA Tech Connect. And I'll be hosting some events probably in March because I love a spring moment. So let me know if you're in town and you want to connect. Or give me some ideas because everything around here is just like you said. I want to create something different for people who are going to come to my tech events or come and network with people. I want everybody to feel comfortable because it's, it should be a very diverse world. And sometimes you get that. And then sometimes you get all these tech guys that everybody look like they about to go golfing. And so I don't want that kind of vibe because I know when people see me, they're like, "Oop, I'm a fashion technologist. I exist. This is who I am. This is what it is." So I hope you guys have a great evening. I'm gonna cook my yakisoba, honey. I've been eating it every day. Everybody's at work like, "Ooh, what's that smell? Ooh, what's that smell?" That's that lemongrass. Shout out to my nail tech, Nula Nails. If you got, well, it's appointment only, but so I show you. But these are my galactic nails. Listen, my skin journey. My skin was so irritated. I couldn't even get my nails done. Okay, y'all. So I'm like gluten free. I'm like supplement down, your girl water down, sparkling water down. Like I literally, and I don't think I eat bad, but I couldn't even get my nails done. So now I celebrate with my galactic nails. They look like the little web emoji. Yeah. And then, oh, I want to say this. I do have a link. So if you want to purchase anything to help me with the virtual studio, the overall project that I'm aiming for the girls is going to be called Lourdes Figuera Academy, something I did create in high school. And it kind of a combination of me and my best friend in high school, how we both ran fashion, and then it's just a merge of technology. And Figuera is her grandmother's maiden name. And so I had permission to use that if I had a child, and so I don't have any children, so this is my child. So there you go. Lourdes Figuera Academy. That's what we're building, and we do have a Stripe link if you want to donate. You can. I will link all this up. You can find me. You can DM me, but we have an Amazon wish list now, thanks to people who've been inquiring. And the goal is that I have partnered with Purple Heart Dance Foundation. If you guys know Tamika Jet, that's my girl, it's my sister. She has St. Aug dance team. She's over there. She has Passion Dance Center. She's amazing. Like she lifted your girl up, snatched me, and was like, "I got you." Her nonprofit is helping me because I am a business, and so we merged together. So if you want a non-taxable donation, your receipt, you can get one because I am linked with Tamika, who allows me to do camps and things with her organization. And she had a communications background, so we're working on a fashion, digital, tech, coding magazine situation about liberal arts and dancing. So a lot of collaborations amongst me traveling amongst the world. So we have links, we have chat bots, we've got classes, we've got community partners, we have tech events. Also, if you're going to be in the Houston area, let me know. I am trying to connect with the Women in Technology because I am part of that here, and just want to open up the client books to my neighboring states. So like Arizona, Houston, and Miami are like my goal right now. So let your girl know. Y'all have a great night. Talk to y'all later. Bye.